guys were very focused today. Our focus has been on really two things, 100% ball security, owning the ball on offense and getting takeaways on defense. Where we get a whole bunch of them today defensively, naturally going against scouts, but that's been the focus. We got to be able to clean up that, not turn the football over, and we got to start getting more takeaways on defense. So that's been the big focus. Our guys got better at third down, red zone today. Guys got better. And as I can tell, they're focused and excited about the opportunity this weekend. Questions?
Is that how you have to stop these guys? It seems like that's the only thing that stopped them so far this year's turnovers.
I think they're far and away the best offensive team that we faced. Very balanced, can really run the football inside and outside. Got really good receiving core, really good tailbacks. The first couple of weeks, I think they were 500 plus total yards, had to be from watching the film. Somewhere between 500 and 600 yards of offense. So the only thing that stopped them in the first 2 weeks was themselves. And then this last week, Michigan State had a couple of stops on them. But yeah, that's what stopped them, is turning the football over. And that's got to be our focus, is get takeaways. But on the same hand, I've got confidence. Our guys, we've played them in very solid against the run. We're going to have to continue that, and then we've got to play a complete game defensively against pass and not give up cheap ones there. So we're working hard at getting good at what we do and getting better, and kind of establishing some type of consistency is going to be the key for us. But yeah, I think we need to we've got to win the turnover ratio. No question. We need to be +3 is what we'd like to be in every game. You do that, you'll win every one of them. But we definitely cannot turn the football over in this game. Special teams is going to be critical too. When we get in the red zone, we got to score touchdowns. Same things we emphasize every week. And our focus has been on us getting better and us getting better executing. Fumble. Well, I'm talking about ball security.
Coach, you got to get on that.
What
You got to get
was
on
that?
that.
How about that?
What did you learn?
I thought that might have been a grenade. That's scary.
What did you learn last year when you went there and beat them that you can use this year against them?
Well, I think that the key, when you go into a situation or a game like that, especially on the road, it's just a belief in each other and knowing that you're going to face adversity throughout the game. We did, and you got to take advantage in big games. You got to take advantage of every single opportunity. And I think that what I came out of that game and learned, is that they scored on us, for example, and we had made a critical error, and really, everybody always says it's a critical error. Usually somebody got beat, and we got beat for a touchdown. And they kind of tricked us a little bit, run a little swinging gate deal. And, our kids could have, golly, we just got scored on. No, they went and they blocked the extra point, and they ran it back for 2 points. And that was the difference in the ballgame. And that was early in the ballgame. So, what I get out of games like that is that you got to take advantage of every opportunity that you have. You got to play the next play. Naturally, they're far and away the best team that we've played to this point. Very explosive. Well, same thing. I got confidence in our guys. I believe our guys are going to go out there and play their tails off, and that's what we did last year. That was the thing. Our kids went out there and they played their hearts out and gave it everything they had and took advantage of every situation. We scored 12 points. Non-offensive. We had a punt return for touchdown, an interception return for touchdown, and an extra point return for 2 points. And that's the kind of style of football we want to play, and that we've got to start doing. And I think the biggest thing that we want to do defensively is get takeaways. And it's not just has to do with this game. It has to do with every game we've been in. We've got to do better there, and then we've got to take care of the ball. And we're not after improvement. We're after winning football games, and that's what wins games.
How do you do that? What do you work on specifically to create takeaways?
I think there's a lot of things you can do. I think it's the emphasis. The difference is that when you're in a place, I've been at Tulsa 7 of the last 8 years. We had our systems in place. We weren't spending as much time on scheme and technique. We were focused on owning the football and getting takeaways. That was our number one focus. And we were at the end of the year one of the best in the country at doing that. I think that it's tough when you're in your first year. We got to get our focus as a staff, and I've really worked on this week. Is that we got to have a single mind focus. We can't be if we're having to spend that much time on the scheme part of it. We need to simplify what we're doing. And so because we have to focus on relentless effort to the ball, owning the football, and getting takeaways. So I think it's an emphasis that you have. It's not some drill you do. It's not just talking about it. That's why you don't see anywhere in here a goal of having 500 yards offense. There's not. Our deal is own the football and discipline. That means no stupid penalties, and no missed assignments result in negative plays. You don't have negative plays, and we take care of the ball, we're going to score points. So that's the key. Defensively, man, every time you get a takeaway, you play 5 less plays. And so I'd like to get a bunch of takeaways this week so we don't have to play as many plays.
This is a tough couple of games for your cornerbacks. Some challenges last week and this week coming up. How did you evaluate the way they played against?
Got a lot of confidence in our cornerbacks. I think the worst thing about our coverage is the underneath coverage. We've blown some coverages. We've had our outside linebacker was in man coverage, which is what we call a bracket coverage, and let the guy outside twice. That resulted in 14 points. The things that I've looked at, we had one critical error with our cornerback in week 1. We gave up a wheel route. We've got some mental errors and things like that. Kayvon Williams can be as good as that I've been around. Reed, I've got a lot of confidence in him. I think those guys are playing well. They've got to eliminate the errors and things like that. But it's not really that those guys. You've got Hendricks has given up a couple of jailbreaks and goes. There's just been those critical errors that we've made, and I think some of that you have to look at and say, hey, you know what? Maybe we can't run all the things that we're running. We need to really simplify and get good, and that's what we've done this week.
How important is it going to be for the linebackers to step forward and play better?
I think it's important for everybody. I mean, I can tell you this. I feel good about this team. I was very proud of how hard they played. I really thought for the first time last week I seen in them what I want to see, and they played hard. And again, that's not what we're after. We're after winning. But they showed what our potential is. And all we need to do is every single person takes that field, play to their potential. And I believe in these guys. I believe in these kids.
How did Corey King do?
He only went in 3 snaps, but he did a good job for those 3 snaps. And right now, Jacobson's day to day. We don't know how that's going to play out, but he's got to be ready to go. And he's a guy that all summer long was one of the best guys in the weight room. Worked his tail off, and we've got a lot of confidence that he can come in and get it done if he needs to.
He was at one point like a starter.
Yeah, he was in the battle. Yeah, he was in the battle. Rothrum's another guy that's got to be ready as well. And then at tackle, Gaskins is the next guy there. So as you go through the season, you know how that is. I mean, you're not ever going, not always going to have everybody every week. And we hope we get Jacobson back. If we don't, then we got a lot of confidence in King, and we'll move forward.
Coach, how do you look at Notre Dame as a program, the history of it? We get beat over the head about the history and tradition of Notre Dame. As a college football coach, how do you look at that program, their history, as you prepare for it, or just as a college football fan?
Well, I'm a college football fan, and I'm a traditionalist. I love the pageantry of college football, and I got a lot of respect for the Notre Dame program, as well as do a lot of programs around the country, and this one as well. So, I've got a lot of respect for them, and I think games like this is that's what it's all about. That's what I know. That's what our coaches want to coach in these type games, and our players want to play in these type games. And I think that their history and the prestige of Notre Dame is one that is exciting to have the opportunity to go and compete. And like I say, we win these. Around here we put them up on the wall, and that's what we're after. So I got a lot of respect, but I got a lot of respect for all the great programs throughout the country. And but we're going out there not to play against Notre Dame. We're going to have to win. Their wideouts are very impressive, and then their tailbacks are very impressive as well. So, but he is definitely one of the elite receivers in the country, and he's a guy we got to make sure that we keep in check. Tough task.
How far has Montez Hollins come from week 1 to,
Well, I think he has been a steady improvement every week. And we got to keep. He's got a ways to go, but I think his light went on. I think he decided he wanted to play. He's got unbelievable potential, and he has been very steady and very solid at that position. Made a lot of mental errors in his first start. Cut him in half the next week. Had 4 or 5 this last week. So we got to keep getting him to play more discipline. Keep getting him to come off the ball, because a lot of his stuff is just fundamentals, just not playing. A lot of guys that aren't used to playing every snap. and the pace of everything was a jolt to him in week 1 because he just didn't realize, how fast that was going to be. And so he's calmed down there, and I'm proud of him. I think he's getting better every week, and we like his progression so far.
All right, Coach, thanks.